After 3 days of torture, it was something for the Indian fans to cheer about. After giving away a lead of 311 runs, first over, we thought that we'll have to play the day out with maximum a loss of 2 wickets, and that happened. But we didn't think it didn't happen the way we thought it would. Yashasvi Jaiswal out on the fourth ball, Sai Sudarshan for a golden duck, and Shubman Gill as well was looking very tentative at the start, but I think kudos to the captain and the vice captain for this match, KL Rahul. They both have not just played out 63 odd overs, they have looked pretty much like they can make no mistake for the better part of it, at least for the last 50 overs or so. And tomorrow, when we head into day five, there's forecast for a bit of rain around in the first session at least. We don't know how much rain will be there. So it looks like again the fourth match is going into day five. And obviously, one result is completely shut out is India's win. Had Rishabh Pant been there, maybe we could have had 1% chance of it. But right now, I think there is no clear chance about India's win. All India is looking for is a draw. For that, I think 17 overs to the new ball. And then again, what will happen with the new ball will like go a long way in deciding the decision for this match, Rehan.
Yeah, spot on. I think even if Pant was there, I think India's chances of winning is next to none.
Hmm.
I think the two results that we are looking at is either a draw or England winning this.
Correct.
But great, knock by KL Rahul and Shubman Gill today. We saw quite the maturity by both the players after that mini collapse. After which we felt maybe the game could be over today itself. But see, it's been a placid wicket. It
Correct.
has been for the last three test matches. So as a neutral fan, that's been pretty
Yeah.
disappointing because all the wickets have been, quite similar with the way things have been. Uh, you shouldn't have been two down in the first place.
Correct.
I mean, that could be a topic for debate. Poor shot selections. And we have not obviously spoken about the brilliant bowling that we did in the first innings.
Yeah, we will.
Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, the result doesn't seem to go in India's favor, unfortunately. But I would like to see both of them continue for the next session at least in the morning and try and see out that new ball and try and play for a draw. That
Correct.
would, bring England's morale down for the last test match and then see where things go on from there.
Correct. Ryan, you rightly mentioned that our bowling performance had been very, very below par. But let's not talk about that today. We can do that after this match, after day five. And also, two things I'd like to talk about. One, just like India's bowling performance, although we were not that good with the new ball, England too have been on the mark, but there has been no assistance whatsoever from the pitch after the ball is 25 overs old. Once it loses its shine, I think this wicket especially, not England wickets, it's just very placid, it's very slow. There's nothing really happening. So we could be, I think, putting a lot more focus on our bowlers. Rather, we could also put more focus on England bowlers as well. Dawson does not really look dangerous while the two righties are playing. Once one wicket falls, and then you have a string of left-handers coming in, Washington, Anshul, Jadeja, you could expect Dawson to be a bit more dangerous. But let's talk about Ben Stokes. He scored a century today, century after 2 years. But more than that, he did not bowl a single over of the 63 overs that England bowled today. That shows that England are one bowler short. Tomorrow you might expect Ben Stokes to show up and bowl, but that looks a bit doubtful. Even though he bowls, I think it'll be a maximum of 10 overs if needed. Apart from that, yeah, I think Joe Root is stepping up as the fifth bowler. But then, yeah, one good thing what is happening from an Indian perspective is that if we play out for a draw, if rain comes in, ideally if we play out 60 overs, that means that Archer has to bowl another 10-15 overs. Woakes will bowl another 15 overs, who's played four on the trot. Bryden Cast as well will bowl another over, a few more overs. And then going into the next test match, there's only a break of 3 days, whereas our bowlers will get a lot of rest.
No, that's correct. And I think Ben Stokes might not bowl. He
Yeah,
would like to stay fit for the final test match.
exactly. Yeah,
And see, he's been the best bowler, 16 wickets so far, top wicket taker in this series. He's
correct.
certainly been the great player for England that he is. And they've been waiting for him to show up. He's done so. and he's stepping from the front, leading from the front. That's something that should be admired, and I think Shubman Gill has definitely taken inspiration and he's playing well so far. But I think it's more about the tactics. It is more about the tactics when England could, outsmart India, that we
Correct,
could see maybe tomorrow. See, because as you rightly said, there's nothing in the wicket.
correct.
There is not a lot of turn. Dawson is coming after what, I don't know how many long years.
7 years, yeah.
Uh, so it's going to be challenging for England as well. If they have to outsmart India, they have to come up with some good tactics. Seems difficult without Stokes. Let's be honest, it
Yeah,
looks like it could head in for a draw. That's more
correct,
likely. And Bryden Cars also, this series, I would say, relatively hasn't looked that dangerous.
correct.
So, not much of a threat there. So, India should fancy their chances, and a draw would actually be a victory in the minds of the
Yes,
Indians,
correct.
because the morale after the first innings would definitely be down after conceding close to 700 runs.
And you mentioned about England bowlers with Ben Stokes not being there, they'll have to do the bulk of the bowling. But let's assume that 17 overs are left for the new ball to come. After that, we have three all-rounders. One is Jadeja, Shardul, and Washington Sundar. I think Jadeja will come in at number five, Washi at six, and Shardul at seven. So this is the order I think they might go in with, and even I think you might agree with that. But if before the new ball comes, even if one of these gets out, I think it's gonna be danger for us, not because the other batsman can't play it out, but the average, the stats show that Archer with the new ball against left-handers is insane. He's better than Bumrah as well.
Yeah, right. But see, that all comes depends on the first session. I think
Correct.
that would be important from India's point of view. Uh, if they see off the new ball, then Archer won't be that much of a threat, is what I
Correct.
feel.
Yeah.
And I think Jadeja's form with the bat this series has been terrific.
Yes.
So I think that he will carry forward that momentum. Washington has been on and off, hot and cold. You would like to see him play more defensively. And see, Shardul is only playing as a batter in this team. Let's be very honest. If you're only bowling 11 overs in the first innings, I mean, that was actually shambolic. If you are picking up an all-rounder, you might as well use him, or you play a proper bowler or a batter in his place instead of picking an all-rounder. But see, he batted decently well in the first inning, Shardul Thakur. So fingers crossed. Let's hope that they see the sessions through and try for a draw.
And coming to the predictions for tomorrow, Rehan, what do you think will happen?
Chances, the probability says it's higher towards
England.
this match being a draw.
Okay.
Uh, I hope to see KL Rahul bat at least to the first session. I think either KL or Gill, that would be the key for me. If they see out that first session, then India should be comfortable.
And I think it will be an England win in the final session because the rain forecast is only there for what, the first 1 or 2 odd hours. After that, it will be at least, you might just see at least 60 overs of play with 40 overs of the new ball. So I think India does not have the depth in the batting currently. With Rishabh Pant not being there, he could easily have played out at least 100 balls, which is the reason I think England might just win tomorrow in the final session. Another cracker of a contest on day five. All four test matches going to the last session. It's gonna be a humdinger of a day, and after that we are gonna be ruthless while we decode what has gone wrong with the Indian bowling lineup. Just how England have been in this match. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Do tune in tomorrow as well. Bye bye.